Misty Knoll, the wife of the former Clark County Sheriff, is out of jail after posting bond Monday. She's accused of defrauding Clark and Floyd County taxpayers for years, with both her and her husband Jamie facing multiple charges for theft and tax evasion. Our Focus reporter Travis Breeze shows us just how much the judge connected Jamie's investigation to his wife's.
Misty Knoll's attorney said her case was related to the larger investigation against her husband, but said for the purposes of setting her bond, she should be evaluated on her own. Special Judge Larry Medlock made it clear that he has been watching all the new information that has come out in search warrants over the last 2.5 months. Misty Knoll appeared in court Monday wearing a dark green jumpsuit and handcuffs. Judge Larry Medlock denied a motion to let her change clothes for the hearing. The couple is facing 10 charges each for spending millions on Utica Township Firefighters Association credit cards and not declaring income on their joint taxes. That's on top of the 15 felonies Jamie Knoll is facing for fraud and misconduct. The defense emphasized Misty has no previous criminal record.
Rule 26 would say that she should be released without a bond. That's where we are, Your Honor.
Jamie Knoll's bond was set for $75,000 cash back in November. Judge Medlock said, knowing what he knows now, that the state believes the Knolls spent up to $4.8 million in fire department funds, he could have set that bond higher.
If I was aware that Mr. Knoll had allegedly taken millions of dollars from the Firefighters Association, my bond would probably have been substantially higher.
No official motion was made to change or revoke Jamie's bond. Medlock said Misty was a beneficiary of fire department funds before setting her bond at $30,000.
But she's had the benefit of all those allegedly millions of dollars that were taken.
We asked Special Prosecutor Rick Hurdle if that's part of their case.
Do you have any response about how true you believe that is at this point?
Well, I believe that as the probable cause affidavit outlines that she was a user and a named cardholder, at least to be able to use that. So I certainly will defer to him whether or not he believes that.
Misty posted bond less than an hour after her court appearance, as we saw her walking into attorney Larry Wilder's office with Jamie at 4:30 p.m. Hurdle says they are considering a motion to join both cases together. In Jeffersonville, Travis Breeze, WHAS11 on your side.
5 of the charges come with a recommended sentence of 3 years, while the other 5 have a 1-year recommended sentence. Meanwhile, Jamie Knoll is facing additional time. A Louisville family has filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Metro Corrections leadership and some of its officers after an in-custody death. Leslie Starnes took his own life inside that jail on February 2nd of last year. That lawsuit said Starnes told officers and medical staff he had recently attempted suicide and was clearly in psychological distress. That suit claimed those comments and behavior were noted, but he was placed in a single occupancy cell without being medically cleared. It went on to say staff did not appropriately monitor him, which directly contributed to his death. A jail spokesperson told us they are not able to comment on pending litigation. A judge has decided the man accused of harassing women in Louisville's medical district will undergo another psychiatric evaluation. Antonio Coleman has a long history of arrests, but is always deemed incompetent to stand trial, so he walks free just days later. His public defender says he was evaluated in October of last year and since then has been in court at least 4 more times. She called it a waste of jail and court resources, but county prosecutors argue he should not get a free pass.
What we shouldn't be doing is basically sending the message to someone who's previously been found incompetent that you've now got a license for whatever months you want to commit crimes and nobody's going to do anything about it.
Coleman's next court date is set for March 8th. Well, today we could learn more about the case against former middle school teacher Jordan Fouts. He's expected in court for a detention hearing where a judge will determine if he'll stay in jail while that case is pending. Fouts is accused of using photos of students at St. Stephen Martyr Catholic School, where he was a religion teacher, to create and distribute child pornography online. He's also accused of sending dozens of photos of teenage girls to an undercover officer. Fouts could spend up to 40 years in prison if convicted. He's expected in court at 1:30 this afternoon. Renovations for the Algonquin Park pool in West Louisville are officially underway. Today, Mayor Craig Greenberg announced that pool will open in the spring of 2025. It'll feature amenities like a family slide, a lily pad bridge, a zero-depth entry ramp, a climbing wall, and a vortex. Over $9 million of American Rescue Plan funding is devoted to the renovations between the Algonquin pool here as well as Camp Taylor's. $20 million in American Rescue Plan funding will also go toward several other Louisville parks and libraries, and officials are already working on staffing for the pool.
Already working on hiring lifeguards. That's always a challenge, so we have those kind of opportunities as well. And what would be better than for someone who has come up through one of our training programs, for somebody who lives 2 blocks away, to walk over here and work, to walk over here and be a part of making sure that their community is programmed to as well.
The mayor also announced free public Wi-Fi is being installed in Algonquin Park with 5 total access points expected to be complete by the end of the week. After nearly 40 years, major Louisville employer Humana is vacating its famed headquarters along Main and 5th Street. The company says it's moving employees to its building near Waterfront Park. And both city leaders and the company insist that this presents a growing opportunity for downtown. But our senior reporter Isaiah Kim Martinez and photojournalist Emma Gefter spoke to one business owner who says the news is disappointing.
A major shift in operations for the only Fortune 500 company headquartered in Kentucky. Humana announcing all of its employees working inside this downtown Louisville building, existing for nearly 40 years, will move a few blocks east.
I think that we are going to be okay.
In a statement Monday, a spokesperson for Humana says this was about improving the work experience for employees. The Waterside Clock Tower campus on the east side of downtown is recently renovated and it's bigger. In a statement, Humana saying, quote, although the Humana Tower is safe for our associates and visitors, since 2020, Humana has invested a considerable amount in remediating structural components of the Humana Tower to rectify original design, engineering, and construction issues.
We are not calling downtown a central business district anymore because it is not truly a central business district. It is so many more things.
Rebecca Fleischhaker with the Louisville Downtown Partnership tells us the move presents opportunity, shedding light on potential future uses of the building.
We know that we've got buildings that are no longer going to be used as office. Could those be reused for residential development? We need residential units. We also need hotel developments.
Humana's flagship location bursted onto the scene in 1985.
You may think it's world class, but I have a feeling we're standing in the center of the universe.
The dramatic revealing of the gold letters over the entrance.
Beautiful. I think they did a great job. You know, it's a lot of money in this building.
Oh, I think it's going to be a trendsetter, yes.
But that trend has changed since COVID, expediting the move to remote work and away from the Humana Tower.
We miss their presence as it is, like significantly.
Daniel Passafume, owner of In Season Restaurant just a couple blocks away, says the news was brutal to hear. They opened up shop in 2019, centered around the idea that Humana foot traffic would be a huge benefit.
The landscape totally changed for what the workforce was down here. I think there'll be opportunities. It's just going to be who capitalizes on them and who can adapt.
Isaiah Kim Martinez, WHAS11 on your side.
And we heard from Mayor Craig Greenberg's office today on how this might affect plans for downtown revitalization. Take a listen.
Let's be clear. Humana is not vacating downtown Louisville. Humana will remain a critically important part of downtown Louisville. Humana owns the building right now. We are in conversations with them already. We're going to be reaching out to many others. We're going to be soliciting ideas. They're, I'm sure, going to have ideas. And so hopefully it will be a collaborative process. But Humana owns the building. And so they ultimately will make the decision about the future.